Welcome back to the Philippines, and thank you for taking the time out of your day to come hang out with me. Today, I got to go to my son's school and take care of a few things, so I decided to take you guys with me while I go for this ride and talk about what I'm going to talk about. And today's topic is lies, lies, and more lies. Philippines. Now, this topic can be applied to anywhere in the world, but I want to focus on the Philippines because, of course, that's where I am. Now, there are a lot of people who come to the Philippines for the primary purpose of getting married, settling down, building a dream house, living a peaceful and comfortable life, while at the same time enjoying their retirement. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. If you found that, man, I'm happy for you. But unfortunately, some people, they don't get the happy ending that they wish for. And they end up getting married to someone who has prior commitments that have not been exhausted. You know, there's also cases here in the Philippines that of bigamy, where people come out here already married to somebody, or they have an existing marriage here in the Philippines and fail to get divorced or annulled prior to setting a new wedding date with someone else. Now, in all honesty, the lies that they tell lead to more lies, which leads to more lies. And the sad reality is that these lies in these relationships of false marriages and broken promises, man, it's a bad thing out here, man. And to be honest, these things kind of need to be addressed, man. So today, I want to talk about this and try to help you guys and gals avoid things like this from happening to you. Now, this morning, of course, I'm watching YouTube and I ran into Raffy Tufo once again. And there was this foreigner on here who got married here in the Philippines. And for some reason, his marriage did not work. So they separated. And, that's honorable. If you don't work out, you separate, right? A few months went by, and the foreign guy got into another relationship with another Filipino woman, and he proceeded to get married to this woman. He did get married to this woman. Now, keep in mind, he did not finalize his divorce, and for some reason, he was still able to get married. I don't understand that. I don't get it, but he was still able to get married here. Now, they had this big ceremony and all her family and friends were there to bless the wedding, and everything seemed fine. She didn't know anything. Only this time, though, he didn't get it registered. See, I guess his first marriage, he got registered. But this marriage, he didn't get it registered, and it came out to be on purpose. And I guess I see why he did it like that. A few months went by, and somehow his wife found out that he was married to somebody else, and he's still married to her. So his marriage to her was null and void. It had no validity. And if you know anything about the Philippines, then you can't just get divorced out here. And if you get an annulment, it takes a very, very long time, and it's also more expensive than a divorce. Now, after the big news of him being a bigamist, broke, and this guy, he was a liar and all this stuff like that, he turns around and says he wants all his stuff back, all the gifts that he gave his fake wife, and all the money back that he spent. Now, for me, the problem that I'm having trying to understand this whole thing is, why would you put yourself, or why did he put himself and his ex-partner through all that bullshit when he knew that he was not legally able to get married in the first place? And then he goes and he asks for all of his things back that he gave this person. That's childish to me, to say the least. And the only reason why he wants his stuff back is because he got caught in this web of lies. And to be honest, if I was her, I would keep it and just move on. Now, I'm going to be real. I really don't understand how this could happen. But on the other hand, I really do. Because a lot of the systems here in the Philippines are outdated. And they're just now getting away from that paper trail format of processing documents. So in reality, this situation happens more often than we can imagine. And it doesn't matter if you're a foreigner, it doesn't matter if you're a local national here. You need to be aware of certain things before you decide to commit to someone or commit to a relationship that you know so little about. Finding out that your marriage is not real is something that I don't wish on anyone. And dealing with something like that leads to lifelong trust issues. They leave devastation. They leave you devastated. And these things could potentially ruin your chances of finding love again, because once you give up, you're just like, man, I'm not doing this no more. You get what I'm saying? Now, for me, I'm going to try to help you guys out with this before you even get married. And one of the first things that I think you should do is go to the PSA Cinema online. I'll leave that link in the description. Before you try to do anything, you need to go to this website and check the records. All right. You need to obtain a certificate of singleness. Now, this document is required to get married here in the Philippines legally, and without it, your marriage is not valid. All right. The PSA Cinema is a certificate of no marriage. All right. This document states that the person who appears on the document, the person that you're researching for, the history on and stuff like that, this person does not have any marriages or any legal impediments that can stop them from getting married. You know what I mean? Now, it does say that, according to the Philippine Statistics Authority, that a divorcee, a widow, a widower, or someone whose marriage has been annulled, they won't be listed as single on the document. They'll be considered unmarried, and their previous marriage will show up on the PSA Cinema. So as long as it says unmarried, you should be fine. So go ahead and go online and check your significant other's past marriages, if they've been married or whatnot, and make sure that they're telling you the truth. All right. Another thing that I would do is look into making sure that the person that you want to marry does not have 2 or more birth certificates. Now, here in the Philippines, it's not uncommon to find out that the person that you love has 2 or 3 birth dates. And each birth certificate represents a different person according to the law here. For example, you could be married to Jane Sanchez, born on May 15, 1995, but she's married to another man under the same name, only that her birthday is May 15, 1994. Later on in your marriage, this could pose as a problem or a threat to your family life because everything is based on a lie. All right, getting married is a big deal, and taking the necessary precautions should be one of the most important things that you do. Now, another thing that I would do is I would try to see if they got some kind of vital statistics office here that's connected to the hospital. Get your spouse or her parents to pull birth records from the hospital, and you compare it with the PSA record to make sure that everything is matching up. I know this sounds kind of far-fetched, but something like this is probably necessary dealing with places like the Philippines, because again, their records are they old school, and you're gonna find out all kinds of crap out here. All right, but if I were you, this is something that I would do. Now, if you are a local national and you want to find out if your significant other is married or not in his home country, then you might need to contact the vital statistics office where they are, or go to some kind of public records in their home country or their state to obtain that information. I'm not too sure about how to do that, but I'm pretty sure there's a way to get it done. The bottom line is you need to protect your life, your money, and everything else before you get married, or you're going to suffer in the end. All right? Protect yourself at all times. All right? That's all that I got for you guys today. Please love yourself. Make sure that you protect everything about yourself before committing to anyone or anything. You know, if you have any questions of me, or you'd like to throw some rocks, please hit me up in the comment section. All right? Until next time, man. Holla at your boy. Peace out, bro.